Hello students, this is Professor Dr. Kamal Bhattacharya, Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Motherhood University, Roorkee. Today I shall discuss uh, the topic Open Access Publication OAP. I will discuss in it such a manner that it gives you a bird's eye view uh, to understand the nitty-gritty, the technicality of OA, open access. Remember, open access does not mean free. Before open access, articles were written in printed media, printed journal, printed magazine, and the journals and magazines which were not available to everybody because either the researchers they do not know the name of the journals or the magazines, or they are not available in a particular country, not in the market, or may not be accessible because due to its heavy cost, heavy price. So when the internet came in our life, there was a complete transformation of knowledge sharing. Knowledge which is authentic should not be curtailed, should not be kept secret. It should be available to the public in general, to the researchers. So that is why a group of people, a researcher, they wanted to set up something, a journal, a magazine, which is visible to everybody on net, and individual can access the information, store the data, use the data for their research. Modern technology and to misuse the data, to prevent the misuse of the data, it needed to devise a technique that open access can be remained open, the data, the information, the reference can be available, but with the restricted manner, so that my hard earned reference, my hard earned information, knowledge should not be or cannot be manipulated, used wrongly, and it does not go to the wrong hands. Okay? So this is why how gradually open access became important, became viable, became important in research area. The concept of open access publications and initiatives, sometimes referred to as open science, Okay, it was born to allow free access to information to everybody. But free and open, you should not be confused about it. Open does not mean cheap. Open does not mean manipulated. Open does not mean unauthenticated. Okay? So, free, immediate online availability with almost no restriction, the research output, including books, reference, journal articles, everything readable, should be available to the public. And in the public, when I say public, means it may be I, it may be somebody who is not in that domain, it may be a scientist of the top class, world top class scientist, or it may be anybody, Tom, Dick and Harry. Okay? So in a nutshell, in short, open access can increase the visibility, citations, references, engagement with the public who are independent researchers or general layman, maybe non-scientific, who can't access subscription content of costly magazines, and it provides faster impact on the existing research applications, and it may also enable international collaborative research. In India, the research area domain is not well counted worldwide because of the manipulation. Full stop. So I complete over here. Now cut to another vision. In Europe and America, online accessibility, anything, it may be YouTube, it may be anything, is subject to your authority and accessibility power. If you are downloading a song which is under copyright, at one night, fine night, you have come to your house from your workplace and you loved the song and you started downloading, believe me, within 15 minutes the helicopter will hover on your house. But this is the not case in India. Every day we are downloading plenty of articles, plenty of songs, plenty of things, unrestricted, without any legality, without bothering any legality. So Now cut to the first part, that here you have to understand that open access does not mean that you can download, store, restore, use, publish freely. It has also got certain limitations, legality, and other nuances. Other nuances. Now, these open access publications, they can be accessed with certain restriction, certain conditions given by the publisher. So they are gold open access, number one. This is one of the most open, least restrictive types of open access. Restriction is required. The final published version of research articles is permanently and freely available to anyone, anywhere. Version means this platform, on this platform you are free to upload your writing. Your writing will be reviewed, peer reviewed, open access peer reviewed by other people who are expert in your fields. After 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, the editor of the journal, of the open access journal, when he or she will find that now this is the permanent, this is done, then she or he will tell you to write the journal according to the recommendations, corrections, and that will be stored, archived. Okay, this is golden access. But this 6 months, anybody can see your article, anybody can read your article, anybody can see your citations, references. But after 6 months, when it is completed, your articles will be archived and it may be restricted for viewing, and for that one needs to register on the platform, because that is the income the open access journals they earn, until or unless the open access journal is published, funded by a library or a university. Green open access journals. This is when the accepted articles deposited into a subject based repository. Repository, I told you yesterday what is repository, okay, or an institution repository which can be accessible at any point, because university already has got their own domain. So your journals will be kept in repository, not in their journal but in the repository, like the repository of our UGC is in Tibet, Sodh Ganga. Okay, so Sodh Ganga is not a journal, remember, it is not a journal, it is a repository. So anybody can go and see. Okay, then diamond access. This is refers to the journals that provides free access to the readers, but also for researcher to publish in. They allow publishers publishing your article. Although the name is slightly deceiving, Diamond open access journals are supported by institutions or other infrastructures, hence they may not have a high impact factor. Okay. They are managed by some others and their financial conditions are governed by some other thing. Since it is available, visible, so the scientists, the researchers do not consider the information important or viable. And hybrid. This is one of these types of open access journals where a subscription journal also offers open access, where the processing fee is paid, although the processing fee may be higher than the regular open access, since you are getting the journal's copy in hard copy, so you may have to pay a little bit higher. This is hybrid open access. So your article will be available both on net and in the printed form. Bronze open access. This is not fully open access because although the article will be freely available, the types of open access journals that offer this kind of service have no open license. They have no open license. Okay, but your articles will be available. So the impact factor is also not very high. And black open access. This is an illegal open access model, whether the articles is not openly licensed, that may be violation of copyright, stolen, retrieved by any other manner. Okay, so the information, the articles which are available in the black open access may not be authenticated by others. Okay, so there may be benefits of open access journals, but you have to be very careful whether you are taking the information, the citations, the reference from either a green open access, gold open access, diamond open access, hybrid open access, bronze open access, or black open access. Okay, so this is in a nutshell, and if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me questions on OA until Friday, next Friday. Read and see different articles from and try to access open access journals on the internet, and try to find out, try to navigate, try to use the right term for you, try to navigate yourself in the journal and see how far you can go, how much you can see the materials are available to you, and where you are stopping. Please note it down, where you are stopping and why. If they are asking for money, where they are asking for money, how far you are going to access a particular journal, what are the importance, and if it is restricted, which part is restricted and why. Okay, so you should yourself try to venture and navigate. So until then, have a good day and goodbye. Thank you.